Let's talk to former Nevada Republican Party chairwoman Amy Tarkanian. Good to see you this morning. What do we make of JD Vance? Because, I mean, I don't know what it's like on your side of the pond, but over here, of course, we really don't know anything about him.
Sure. Well, he's basically a mirrored, younger version of President Trump. I think he's somebody who President Trump can use as a pit bull while he tries to become the statesman of the pair. And he's somebody who is very well spoken. He's calculated. He's smart. Whether if you agree with his stances or not, he is somebody who I think is able to carry the torch for President Trump in a way where many others could not. President Trump has a certain tone and demeanor, as we all know, and I think that JD is going to do very well in emulating that to some extent. If something, heaven forbid, were to happen, I think that President Trump sees a lot of himself in JD and would probably feel pretty comfortable and confident knowing that he could pick up from where he left off.
What did you think of JD's first speech? He vowed to serve America with everything he has.
Well, he was also a Marine, so it's hard to argue that he doesn't mean that. I'm not actually a huge fan of his, but I do like the fact that he did serve in the military, and I think that's a huge positive. President Trump did not. And so I think that adds to the credibility of the two being paired together. And I thought it was brilliant to have his wife do the introduction, and the fact that the entire nation, if not the entire world, is now getting the introduction on who this couple is, who is this power couple. And so the fact that they had her on first, I thought was very smart.
Is he someone who is likely to sort of temper Trump a little bit? I mean, in the sense, I mean, a lot of people like Trump's style, but it's about winning people over again, isn't it? It's about winning those key people in swing states.
Well, no, I don't think that he's going to temper him. I think he's going to allow him to seem the more level-headed of the two. As we've watched in the last couple of weeks when President Biden is actually, falling quickly in the polls, and we're also able to see with our own eyes that he's struggling physically and mentally. He has very wisely listened to strategists tell him to remain mum. And so I think that gives an opening for somebody like JD Vance to come in and play bad cop, so to speak. And so then President Trump can look like he's more of the presidential of the two, somebody who is going to be a little bit more calm of the two, even though he's not calm.
Amy, we've come a long way, haven't we, in 8 short years in the relationship between Trump and JD. Just before the 2016 presidential election, Vance was a critic of Donald Trump, wasn't he? He said that Donald Trump was an idiot and reprehensible. Reportedly, privately, he compared him to Adolf Hitler, and now he's his running mate.
Right, and he actually said, he couldn't stomach him and that he was a fraud, and that actually the voters themselves were idiots. So he's been extremely harsh. And that's where I have a tough time. I think most people have a tough time with believing politicians, and how genuine are they in their belief system? Is it just because maybe you've evolved over time with some of your beliefs and morals and values, or is it because you are capitalizing off of the situation and you see a possible way of moving up in the world by just grabbing on to what you see right in front of you, so it's hard for me to actually believe that he's actually being genuine. I think he sees an opportunity.